Hello everyone. This week we're going to deal with lesson 12, page 135 to page 145. We're going to work on hexadecimal addition and subtraction. So in order to add hexadecimal number, we do the same thing like a decimal number. You line them up together, column by column, and then you work from the right to your left. First, you need to convert each hexadecimal digits to decimal. After you perform the addition, then you can convert back to the hexadecimal. Okay, let's go right to it. So let's work on this example, 356 plus 478. So plus, first you do 6 plus 8, 6, 16 plus 8, 16 equal 14, 16. And and 14 let's work on this example, 356 plus 478. We need to line them up together, column by column, and work from the right to the left. So first, I want to convert 6. All right, 6 hexa plus 8 hexa. And you want to convert back to the decimal number, which is same thing. 6 decimal plus 8 decimal equal 14. And 14 decimal, and you convert back to hexa. 14 decimal and hexa is letter E, so I write out letter E. Okay, and then I do the same thing with second column. 5 hexa plus 8 hexa. I want to convert back to decimal, so it's the same thing. 5 decimal plus 8 decimal, 7, I'm sorry. 7, not 8. Let's do it again. For 7, let's do it again. For second column, I got 5 hexa plus 7 hexa, and I will have to convert back to decimal, so becomes 5 decimal plus 7 decimal equal 12 decimal. And 12 decimal is letter C, so I write out letter C right here. And the third column is the same thing, 3 plus 4 equals 7. 3 plus 4 equals 7. So the answer is, this answer is E, put our letter E here, and letter C, and 7CA for the answer. Okay, I'm moving up, so let's work on second problem here. So let's erase this one. I'm going to add 2BC plus 38. So make sure convert to the decimal first. So I'm going to write down C hexa plus 8 hexa. Convert back to the decimal first before you do the addition. So C is letter number 12 for letter C. So I'm going to write out 12 and plus 8 equal 20. All right, so I got 20 for the decimal. Now I'm going to convert back to hexa, so 20 equals 16 plus 4, right? 16 plus 4. So I can write out 1 times 16 plus 4 times 16 to the power of 0. So answer is 1 and 4. So I'm going to write out 1, write out 4, and then carry 1 over. Let me do cut. Let's work on second problem, 2BC plus 38. So I'm going to line up together C and A, B and 3, and 2. So first, C hexa plus 8 hexa equal, C equal 12, so I write out 12 decimal plus 8 decimal equal 20. All right, 20. Or I can write down 20 equal 1 times 16 to the 1 plus 4 times to the 16 to the power of 0. So the answer is 1, 4. Convert 20 back to hexa is 1, 4. All right, so 20, as you can see here, equal 14 hexa. So 14, I write out 4, and I carry 1 over here. Now I add the second column. So B, which is B 16 plus 3, 16 and plus 1 carry over equal. So B is equal 11. So I put down 11. All right. 11 plus 4 equal 15 decimal. And 15 decimal is letter F. 15 decimal is letter F. So I'm going to write down letter F for 15. All right, so put down letter F for 15. And then 2, right, bring it down 2. So 2F4 is your answer. 2F4. And this is the answer for the addition problem 2BC plus 38. Okay, let's work another example. 3CD plus 25. All right, so you need to line them up together. So first I need to convert from hexa to decimal D and 5. D hexa plus 5 hexa, convert to decimal number. Letter D is 13, so I know letter D is 13. So I write down 13 plus 5 equal 18. Now I need to convert 18 to hexa. So I write down 18 to hexa. 1 multiplied by 6 to the power of 1 plus 2 multiply 16 to the power of 0. So answer is 12. So answer is 12. So I write down here D plus 5 equal 12 hexa, put down 2, and I carry 1. And next column I put down C plus 5, C plus 2, C plus 2, convert back to decimal. C is 30, C is 12, so I write out 12. 12 decimal plus 2 decimal, and then got 1 carry over, so plus 1. And the answer is 12 plus 2 plus 1 equal 15. 15 decimal. So you need to convert back to the hexadecimal. So 15 is letter F. You can see that 15 is letter F right here. 15 decimal is letter F. So I'm going to write out F here. And then 3, bring it down 3. So the answer is 3F2. And this is a hexa. You can put down subscript is 16. All right. So that's the way you add the hexadecimal. Let's do something that has a higher number. So I'm going to erase this one. Let's do another number. So 5F8 plus 196. So 8 plus 6, because this is the same thing. So I write out 14 and 14 decimal, and I convert back to the hexa. So 14 for hexa is letter E. So I put that letter E over here. Letter E for hexa. So I write out E over here. And then F plus 9. F is 15. And plus 9 equal 24. All right, 24, and you change to the hexa, becomes 16 plus 8. So 1 times 16 to the 1 plus 8 times 16 to the power of 0, so equal 18. 18, I write out 8, and I carry 1. 1 plus 5 plus 1 is 7. So the answer is 7, 8E. Okay, so when you're adding a number together, make sure that change to the, from hexa change to the decimal, and then you convert to hexa, and you carry over whatever you have. Okay, and then move on to the next number. All right, so that's the way you add the number. Now, when you subtract the hexadecimal number, you do the same thing, except instead of adding, you subtract. So you need to convert hexa to decimal. So I write out 5 minus 8. All right, so you have 5. Next is to do the subtraction of hexadecimal. Basically, you do the same thing. Make sure that you line them up correctly and work from the right to the left. Make sure that convert each hexadecimal digits to decimal, and then you do the subtraction. After that, you can convert back to the hexadecimal. In decimal, when you borrow 1, that means more than 10, you borrow 1, right? In a decimal, when a small number cannot subtract big number, then you borrow the next units to your left. So you borrow 10, right? Like 5 subtract 8, you cannot, so you borrow 10. But in hexadecimal, you borrow, instead of borrow 10, you borrow 16. So let's say 5 cannot subtract 8, so you borrow 1 from 9, so you cross it and you only have 8 over here. So you borrow 1, that means you got 16. So 16 plus 5 equal 21, and then you take 21 minus 8 equal 13. So you write out 13. And 13 13 you convert back to the hexa, so that letter D. 13 is letter D. So hexa letter D. Do it again. When you in decimal, when you subtract the small number to the big number, then you can, in decimal system, when you have a small number subtract the big number, then you need to borrow from the next digits. Borrow 1, that means 10. But in hexadecimal system, if you borrow 1, that means 16. 1 unit equals 16. So in this case, you write down 5 cannot subtract 8, so you borrow 1 from 9. You borrow 1 from 9. So you got cross this one and you borrow 1, so you only have 8 left. So you borrow 1, that means 16. So 16 plus 5 equal 21. And then after that, you take 21, subtracts 8 equal 13. So this is 13, and you're going to convert back to the hexa, and 13 is letter D. So write out letter D. Put our letter D here. And then 8 minus 3 equal 5, and bring it down 7. So your answer is 7, 5D. All right, let's do another number here. BCD minus 178. So D minus A, so I write out D, hexa minus A. So you're going to convert to the decimal. D hexa is letter D, A, B, C, D. D is 13, and A is 10. So write down 13 minus 10 equal 3. So write out 3. But and next one is C minus 7. So C minus 7, and convert to the decimal, from hexa to decimal. Letter C. C is 12. You can see right there. So write out 12 minus 7 equal 5. So write out 5. And B minus 1. So you know the AB, so B minus 1, you know gonna be 11 minus 1 equal 10, and 10, that means letter A. So B, and go before B is A, you know that. So this is A. So the answer is A, 5, 3. A, 5, 3 for the answer. Okay. Let's do the last number. So I'm going to erase this one. Oh, I leave it right there. So let's do this number. Let's move on and do the next number. 2EB minus A3. So B minus 3. B is 11 minus 3 equal 8. So I write out here 8. All right. And E minus A. E is 14 minus A is 10. So 14 minus 10 is equal 4. So I write out a 4. And then 2, bring it down, 248. So your answer is 248. Okay. Okay, we missed one problem. Let's do another problem. 2BC minus ED. So I'm going to write down another problem right here. 2BC. 2BC minus ED. All right, so first C minus D, and C is more than D, so you have to borrow from 1 unit from B, because B, you borrow 1 from B, so that become letter A. All right, so 1 is a 16, so write down C plus 16, and then you minus D. So C, A, B, C, so A is 10, B is 11, and C is 12. So write out 12 plus 16 equal 28, and subtract D. D is 13. So 26 subtract 13, 28, I'm sorry, 28 minus 13 is equal 15. All right, so 15 decimal, and you change back to hexa. So 15 is letter F, hexa. All right, so put down letter F over here. Now A is smaller than E, so you cannot subtract E, so you borrow 1 from 2. So 1 equals 16, so you write down A is 10 plus 16, you wanted you borrow, and you subtract E. So 10 plus 16 equal 26. I write out 26. Subtract E. E is 14. So 26 subtract 14 equal 12. And you change back to the hexa. 12. A is 10. B is 11. C is 12. So write out C. And write down C. And then 1, bring it down. So the answer 1, CF. That's your answer. So in this case, you need to borrow. If the small number, you cannot subtract the big number, you borrow 1. 1 in hexa equals 16. So 16, and then you add number together and before you subtract. All right, so that's all the problems that you need to do today. There are 10 problems on this unit. Make sure that you complete that, save it PDF, and post it on Canvas. As always, email me if you have any issue or problem. All right, have a good, productive week. Goodbye.